Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Efya. If you are looking for a simple, flavorful Ghanaian jollof rice recipe that everyone can make, then you are in the right place. Today I'll show you how to make delicious homemade jollof rice using simple ingredients, and every step is easy to follow. So you will love it very well. All you have to do is to wear your apron and let's start cooking. Let's cook and smile away. To begin, place a clean pot over medium heat and pour in your cooking oil. Allow the oil to heat properly before adding any ingredients. Heating the oil first helps the aromatics cook evenly and release their full flavor into the dish. Once the oil is nice and hot, I added my blended garlic, ginger and onions. This combination creates the perfect flavor base for any delicious Ghanaian jollof rice. Stir everything well and allow it to fry slowly. Don't rush this process because this is where the rich aroma begins to develop. So after a few minutes, you will notice the mixture becomes slightly golden and fragrant. This means it's time for the next ingredient. Now add your tomato paste. Tomato paste gives the jollof rice its rich red color and deep tomato flavor. Stir continuously so it mixes well with the onions. Frying the tomato paste properly is one of the biggest secrets to making tasty jollof rice. In fact, it removes the raw tomato taste and brings out a sweeter, richer flavor. Keep stirring patiently. You will notice the tomato paste becoming darker and the oil slowly separating from it. That's exactly what we are looking for. Now the tomato paste has fried beautifully. So next I'll add my blended pepper mix. Mine contains ginger, garlic, pepper, onions and a little fresh tomatoes. And next I'll go in with some mackerel and tomato sauce as well. Give everything a very good stir and then add a few bay leaves. Bay leaves may seem like a small ingredient, but they make a huge difference. Now cover the pot and allow everything to cook together. This gives all the ingredients enough time to blend perfectly. Let's check on the pot after a few minutes. You can see all that steamed. That's exactly what we want. The sauce is simmering beautifully and all those flavors are developing nicely. Give everything another gentle stir to prevent sticking before covering again. After cooking a little longer, let's check it once more. The sauce has taken beautifully and the oil is beginning to rise to the top. This tells us that the stew is cooking properly. Alright, so now it's time to season. I'll add salt, Aromate, stew seasoning, and you can as well go in with any other thing of your choice. So I added Aromate seasoning, Aromate shrimp seasoning, Aromate stew seasoning, a little nutmeg, and also salt to taste. Always adjust everything to your taste. Stir everything thoroughly so the seasoning dissolves evenly into the stew. Once mixed, cover again and let it simmer for a few more minutes. Alright, so let's have another look. The stew is now rich, glossy and full of flavor. The aroma coming from the pot is absolutely incredible. Alright, so let's cover it for the last time for the stew to really cook properly, and we are back again. At this point, I like to set aside some of the stew. This extra stew can be served later with grilled chicken, fried fish, boiled eggs, fried plantain or even yam. It's always a good idea to save some because it's packed with flavor. Now it's time for the rice. Wash your rice thoroughly before adding it to the pot. Once the rice goes in, stir gently but thoroughly, making sure every grain is coated with that beautiful tomato stew. This step is very important because coating the rice first helps it absorb all the flavors while cooking. Next, pour in your meat stock and add a little water as well. The amount of liquid depends on the type of rice you are using or you are cooking. So add just enough without making it too watery, okay? Give everything one final stir. Make sure no rice is sticking to the bottom of the pot. Now cover the pot tightly and reduce the heat to low heat. In fact, low heat allows the rice to cook slowly, giving every grain enough time to absorb the flavorful stew without burning. After a few minutes, let's check again. The rice is beginning to soften and the color is becoming richer as it absorbs all that delicious stew. If needed, add just a small splash of water, but avoid adding too much because you want perfectly cooked separate grains. Now cover the rice again for it to do its own thing until it's nice and ready. But before that, don't forget as well to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done that yet, and also do share this video to your lovely friends and family so they get to see this amazing and inspiring recipe as well. As always, subscribing is free, so if you haven't still subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Can you subscribe to the channel and also do turn on the post notification bell so that anytime I upload amazing videos like this, you'll be among the first person to be notified. Thank you so much. Alright, so rice is almost done. Now I'm adding my vegetables. Today I'm using mixed vegetables to add color, texture and extra nutrition to the jollof rice. Vegetables also makes the dish more vibrant and appetizing. Gently fold the vegetables into the rice instead of stirring aggressively, trust me. Once done, cover once more and allow everything to steam together for just a few more minutes. This final steaming stage allows the vegetables to become perfectly tender while keeping their beautiful color and slight crunch. Now let's take a final look. The rice is perfectly cooked, fluffy, and every grain is perfectly coated with that rich jollof flavor. The vegetables here brighten up the dish and the aroma is simply irresistible. Serve your easy Ghanaian jollof rice with fried chicken, grilled chicken, beef, fish, salad, coleslaw, or fried plantain. It's perfect for family dinners, party, Sunday lunch, or meal prep. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, subscribe to Cooking with Efya, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another delicious Ghanaian recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next recipe. Happy cooking and God bless you. Bye.